crypto market is preparing for a major bull run and you don't want to miss out. In this video, I would like to show you why I'm so bullish on crypto, the altcoins that I am looking at. I want to take a look at the altcoin market and why you still want to be here, because if you now give up, yeah, then you're only hurting yourself with it. So if you already feel like, oh, I'm gonna like this content, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to show you is this tweet by Ellio. He's completely right. He says, sadly, I see people quitting crypto at an extreme rate right now. Here it is. If you made it this far, I think it's worth to see what happens till after the halving, right? And yeah, that's actually true, right? If you are so far in crypto, you witnessed the whole bear market, you went almost through the complete pre-halving year, right? The two worst years for crypto out of the 4-year cycle, and you're now gonna quit? Yeah, that's a shame, that's a shame. There's actually a chart for that. This is the social metrics. This shows exactly how many people watch YouTube, subscribe to these channels, etc. And you see that retail is just lagging to what the price does, basically, right? If you look at this, Bitcoin here topped out in mid-April, and you just see that the average, investor was involved in the market most half May, right? A month later. So you see that the price comes down by that time, right? By the time most people are in crypto, the price was already down $25,000, and that's when most people got in. And at a certain point, these people all got flushed out, right? Now, when is, of course, the best time to buy? When nobody is interested anymore, right? We are now at the bottom there, basically. The last time we were at the bottom, for example, was here. Nobody paid attention. But guess what also was at the bottom? The crypto market, right? And that's exactly what we want to be at today as well. Therefore, don't get flushed out, right? And Becker also commented to this. He said, I don't know if I can show on my screen, Ellio is 100% right. Being in crypto sucks now. It's honestly, it sucks. It's boring, and just whenever you think it's going up, it's going down again. It sucks, right? That's just what it is. But it will someday come raging back. And that's something that we all like. Crypto is not going away. Like, that's what people think every bear market, like, oh, this time it's really dead. This time we have this time we have that. And then when everybody is out because they're scared, it comes back. That's just how the market works. Those that understand bull market behavior and patterns, projects, sectors, narratives, and know how to use DeFi will make so damn much money. You don't have to be in, but for fuck's sake, pay close attention. And that's even a better tweet than what Ellio said, right? You do not have to be in crypto right now. You do not have to, if you feel like, hey, there's an altcoin that I really like, that's going to make me a lot of money, that's fine, right? Doesn't mean you have to buy it, that you otherwise miss out, but at least pay attention, study the charts, have your watch list ready, be there, right? You don't have to, your money doesn't have to be there yet. You have to be there, right? So far, putting your money in the market, at least with altcoins, haven't really worked out. Now, by the way, someone commented on that and he said, I've been printing, and these are comments that I get sometimes as well. Like, but I've been printing all bear market, not sure what you guys are talking about. You just need to work harder. But that's when you are trading, and that's what Alex says as well. I'm not a trader, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not touching a trader's market, easy up during everything print market, or I'm better off building, right? Some people trade, some people invest. I don't really like to trade that much as well. Sometimes it's fun, but trading doesn't matter. Market up, downs, even sideways, you can always make money. You do not rely on a bull market, okay? But as an investor, if you feel like, man, I don't care much about trading, but I do have money, I have a job, I don't know, and I want to invest in the market, just close my eyes for a year or two maybe, wake up, go out of hibernation, wake up to a big fat stack. Then you're talking about investing, but then your entry points are super important as well, because yeah, like I said, so far the market hasn't provided us with some very good opportunities yet. And I must honestly say, bro, we are getting there. So if we look at Bitcoin, We had a couple of good weeks, but it's now finding resistance at this bull market support band, which we can now call the bear market resistance band. And that's usually a place where we get a hard rejection. So it might definitely be that Bitcoin goes down a bit. But like I said earlier, I'm just dollar costing every week into Bitcoin. Every Monday or Tuesday, depends on if I forgot it on Monday. I'm dollar costing into Bitcoin. Now, well, again, people say like, yeah, but why Bitcoin? You just have to play the altcoin market. It's bullshit. Because if you play the altcoin market, this is the altcoin market. Sorry, this is total two. This is the altcoin market, right? So this is the complete market without Bitcoin and Ethereum on its Bitcoin pair, right? So as you see from basically end last year, the altcoin market has been going down extremely hard. So what's the purpose of buying altcoins if they on average go down 50% so far against Bitcoin, right? That doesn't make sense. And in my opinion, there could still be another 50% drop, right? So why not just buy Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin also gives you exposure to the market in case you miss out, right? It's not like you have USDT or anything like that, but it is the fact that you also have exposure when it goes up, and it is your dry powder. So therefore, it's such a great play. Now, if you look at how this is behaving, the bull market support band is sitting here and it's getting rejection after rejection after rejection. If you look on the weekly, it is just slowly climbing the way down right there. So therefore, I've been mostly, dollar costing Bitcoin whenever. And a lot of people say when to buy altcoins. Look, I don't know when it's going to play out. All I know here, whenever that is, right? This is my altcoin accumulation, because if you look at this chart, it is very simple. We have the upside right here. We have the downside right here. And this cycle, we went from the downside to the upside, to the downside, to the upside, and we are now already halfway down. So a little predictable it is, right? And of course we can do this. We can. But if you don't work with statistics, averages, the past to make a good prediction of what's likely to happen in the future, then what's left, right? Left, right. So that's what I look at. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't have my altcoin watch list. And I have a lot of coins on my watch list. But if I have to name 10, right? If I have to name 10 altcoins that I think are super interesting for the coming bull market, what would it be? By the way, he commented again just on this tweet. And this is also really golden information if you ask me. Those that understand how to use the sell button will inherit the earth. 90% plus of the people did not realize their gains in the last bull and lost it all. And I must say, I'm a little guilty of that as well. Not for the most part, not for the full complete part, but for the most part I was, though. Being able to accept taking home runs at the expense of missing grand slams is absolute key. And I think you know what he means by that. But once we get into a bull run, you have to realize if you have an altcoin, I've CDFI here on my watch list, happen to be. So let's say you have this one, and CDFI you accumulate somewhere very low, right? And CDFI does something like this, right? Whenever it's sitting here, don't feel afraid to sell, even though, I don't know why I do this, but don't feel afraid to sell, even though the price might does that, because the price might also do this, and then everything you did was for nothing. And that's how most people feel. And that's going to make you frustrated. And that's going to make you throw in a lot of money in a very impulsive way and make you lose a lot more. So missing out can actually cost you money as well, depending on how you react to that. But that's about taking profits. That's all fine. Let's not talk too much about taking profits in this video. Let's talk about my altcoin watch list that I have for now. At least the 10 big ones that I feel like these are my really high conviction plays. Now, I would like to go over this quick. I don't want to take too long. First one is Chainlink. Chainlink is a project. I don't see this being replaced. It's an oracle, and it has most projects secured by far. There is no really second close project out there. So Chainlink is a very safe play relatively in crypto. And it is a play that I think can make us a lot, right? It's now sitting at around $7.70. The all-time high was $50, give or take. Right now, I'm not saying like all these coins that I'm going to call right now, I'm going to go back to their all-time high, but just as a measurement, right? What if it goes back to its all-time high from this point? You make a 7x, right? Now, some people might feel like, yeah, that's not what I'm in crypto for. Well, one, you do, of course, not know if this is going to be the all-time high. It could be higher as well. Two, you don't need to buy at $7. If you are a little like, if you look at this chart, it has been ranging here for 1.5 years. Are you really buying the top side of this range right now? Why don't wait for $5 again, right? It has been ranging for 1.5 years. It went to the upside, I don't know how many times. To the downside, same story. Who says that it's not going back here? But the stupid thing in crypto is that most people are tweeting about Link, are making videos about Link. Whenever it gets up all the way here, they'd be like, oh, I just bought Chainlink. No, you're stupid. You should not call yourself an influencer for buying at the top, right? You can buy it here as well. And you might feel like, hey, that's not a big difference. Again, it was from this point to the all-time high is 580%, okay? But if you buy it at the lowest side of the range and you go all the way there, it's already 900%, right? That's almost double. So this small difference right here can make a big difference whenever the market really goes up. Now, what you always should look at are coins on their Bitcoin pair, okay? And I'm going to say this so many times. If you look at Chainlink on its Bitcoin pair, this hasn't been ranging for 1.5 years. This has been going down only since August 2020, okay? So for 4 years, Chainlink has been losing against Bitcoin, aka for the last 4 years, there was not a good moment to buy Chainlink, unless you, of course, bought the exact bottom again. But yeah, once we were here, you could have said the same thing, and it's now lower as well. So, like, you really want to, when to buy altcoins, basically, look when they bottom out against Bitcoin. That's super important, because if they don't, you are better off buying Bitcoin. That makes you more gains. And Bitcoin is, of course, safer. So why would you buy an altcoin that's per definition higher risk and lower reward? People do that, of course, because they feel like, yeah, but if Chainlink goes up, it can make me a lot more money than Bitcoin. Yes, but you also need that because you rode the whole way down, right? So it's not worth the risk, in my opinion. But that's just some general information I wanted to share with you. It's not really about the coin itself. The next one, also quite high cap, Solana. Solana is a chain. They have so much adoption. They have, when it comes, I'm a big fan of crypto gaming, and Solana is a really good chain for crypto gaming. It has some of the most interesting games built on there, like, I don't know, Star Atlas. It's really good. Solana gets a lot of hate. To be honest, I don't really get it. Whenever I use it, I don't know, I press the button and blap, transaction done. And I barely paid for it. It's so fast. It's so cheap. You can say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, that's what you want from a layer one, right? And Ethereum is by far not that good, but it has way better adoption, of course, and it has the first mover advantage. It's the mainstream. It's basically the blue chip altcoin. But when you look at pure technology, what a layer one is meant for, then Solana is way better, and it has good adoption as well. They have been working hard, and I can see Solana doing very well. Now, of course, like I said before, to more general information, people focus so much on where could a price go, and when they say that, they think about how high can it go, right? So again, if you take Solana and you take it to the top, you can make it 11x from this point. But people they never realize, like, hey, where could the price go? Like, where could the price go down first, right? Because your exit is only important if you have an entry in the first place, right? And you want to have a good entry. So, of course, you can make an 11x now, but if you buy it at the first big support point and it goes to the all-time high, you already make a 17x, right? If you buy it at the next support point, you can already make a 26x. And if you buy it when shit really hits the fan, you can make a 56x out of Solana, right? Now, a lot of people, they don't expect this to happen. That could never happen. It won't go that low. Maybe you're right. Maybe it won't go that low, but it is crypto, right? People would have never thought that Solana would go from $260 all the way to 8, right? And it's now already back at 22. Who says it can go down? So altcoins are not doing well at this point, and that's super important to have a good entry. Next one, also quite safe, high cap, is AVAX. AVAX is also a very good chain when it comes to crypto gaming. Solana is a more safer play for me, also tokenomic wise, but I do feel like AVAX has a lot of room to grow. It got hit pretty hard. On its dollar pair, it already made a lower low just a couple of weeks ago of $8 and around 60-70 cents or so. And if you look at AVAX on its Bitcoin pair, it has been doing nothing else than going down. And I've drawn this line, I don't know how long ago, but it is getting there, right? And every time we get such a pump, people feel like, nah, this is the low, right? In hindsight, all these people were wrong. This is the low. Nope. This was 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 the low. Who says that now this time? What on this chart makes you think that it is then? Right? Isn't this exactly what this was before we went down? Well, another 40%, right? So this is my area. And it's not that I try to cherry pick the bottom or anything on these things, right? What I want to see is that, like, here we have a lot of support, right? We didn't really have much support over here. Here we really have this support sitting. What I want to see is that AVAX goes down there and that it really holds. And if it holds, I feel like, okay, I'm a buy. And maybe I'm a buy at the same level as where it is right now. So price-wise, it doesn't matter. But it guarantees me at least more that the bottom could be in than now, since it's now still in a free fall. So instead of buying every single dip, you at least buy a confirmation, maybe for the same price, but you do not throw all your money away at every single dip. And that's so important about finding the right entry. Well, blah blah blah. This takes so long, but I don't know. I sorry for that. But on the other hand, this is information you do need. And if you're not willing to invest a couple of minutes to get that information, then yeah, you get wrecked. But let's take a look. The next one on my list is Altera. Now, what's so awesome about Altera is that Altera is, of course, a lot more low cap. If you look at the current market cap of Altera, it's sitting at around 21 million. Fully diluted is 30 million. This is a coin that, nothing is guaranteed. But you know, this is a coin that can hypothetically make you a 30x. I'm not saying it will, you never know. But if something is going to do it, then it's Altera. Why not just because it is low cap, but they've been building super hard in the bear market, and it shows. Whenever crypto had a decent pump at the beginning of this year, a lot of altcoins did not really do much during that pump. Altera, on the other hand, went from the bottom all the way 7x, right? Now, I like to see these bear traps, it's not a trap, by the way, these bear rallies, as some kind of a preview, right? It's like the teaser, the trailer of the bull market, because it shows like, hey, whenever Bitcoin has a slight pump, this already goes up that much. Okay, cool. Then it shows me like, okay, whenever we go into a real bull market, then how fun is this going to be, right? Now, the price is now higher. There's more liquidity in the project. So whenever Bitcoin has the same pump, Altera won't pump another 7x with it probably. So therefore you want to wait for a good price again to accumulate. Now I must say that Altera is a project that I already started to dollar cost into at this level, by the way. But I did it over here, I think. But the level is still the same. Why? Well, I don't think that Altera is going all the way back down here again. Whenever Altera was sitting there, it had a market cap of like $5 million, give or take. I don't know. I think people now know about Altera, that this is a good buy, and that they, whenever the price threats to go there, it already gets bought up, I think. It doesn't mean it can't get lower. My first entry was around 3 cents. My next entry will be around 2.4 cents. If it breaks that, we have to take a look at the chart by then. But then it's probably very likely to me that it can fall pretty hard. You have to understand, whenever the market falls, look, the S&P probably has a big correction. Therefore, Bitcoin probably has a big correction, and therefore altcoins will have a big correction. Especially the low caps, as there is no liquidity. So people only have to sell a little bit of Altora, and it already affects the price a lot, right? If you sell $5 million from Altora, you will see that on the chart. If you sell $5 million of Bitcoin, you won't even notice on the chart. Therefore, these big drops could easily happen. And that's exactly where you don't want to get emotional, because a lot of people will look at the chart and get scared and don't want to buy the token anymore, right? Because the price is not performing anymore. But that's exactly where you should buy, because what good is such a pump if you do not have the balls to buy at these low points, right? So have some balls. That's basically what I'm saying. I want to go over this quicker. Next one, Seedify. Seedify is a project that is going to rip in the bull run, in my opinion. Here you can join pre-sales, and man, I've been killing it with these pre-sales. I've been doing really well. Seedify is finally doing something else than just go down. But yeah, then again, it did it here as well before we found way lower lows. So again, it doesn't have to say anything. Seedify could easily see 25 cents maybe. And maybe not, but you have to be prepared for the fact that it's actually at least very possible, to say the least, right? But it's good to see something. It had this weird ass wick last night, all the way to 72 cents. Also, Seedify got slapped down so hard in the bear market, and that's because they release new projects. But if there is no money coming into the crypto space, then who's going to invest in these new projects, right? Nobody. Therefore, Seedify goes down very hard. But my belief in Seedify is through the roof. The team is working super hard. They are very innovative. I love what they do. They are the best launchpad out there. And currently, with a $35 million market cap, the all-time high was 10x, right? Not the price, but the market cap was 10x. So could Seedify hit at least $6? In my opinion, yes, because they are now way better than what they were over here. Very simple. There are more competitors right now, I have to admit that, but also Seedify has been better right now. And yeah, as well, like crypto gaming is going to be huge, and it is the leading crypto gaming launchpad. Purely technical, it's good to see this, because we were in this pattern right here. We got rejected from the tops. We found support here. We broke to the downside. We fell. We found support right at this point, right here, where we had this support in 2021. And from there, it's going back up. So that's good, because it's now in this wedge again. Well, the wedge is still going down, so that's not necessarily that good. But this line is not resistance, at least. If we break down below, we really want to see it hold 52 cents, though. Otherwise, we are fucked. So, Seedify on its Bitcoin pair. Yeah, that's quite beautiful, by the way. I haven't seen this yet, but it's bouncing off perfectly right here. So it's okay. Well, it's not okay. It's going down super hard. And you really want to see Seedify make a bottom against Bitcoin. And this definitely doesn't look like a bottom range to me. What you want to see is maybe retest this and go back up, make some higher lows, and like that. And that's, to me, the indication that Seedify is worth buying price-wise. I've been already buying it since I make money with these lunches, but you know, the next ones, I'm gonna put that in another video, because I'm giving so much general information right now that the video is taking a little long. Sorry for that, but I think having the knowledge is way more important than knowing what the right altcoins are. So if you agree, let me know. If you like the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely check out the Patreon page. There is a link down below in the comments and in the description, where you have a lot of exclusive videos, exclusive content, my portfolio updates, podcasts, personal consulting, trading courses, early moonshot calls. We're going to add whitelist spots for the newest projects in there as well, so that community can get a whitelist spot into new sales, etc. So check it out. If you have any comments, questions, let me know. Take care.